everybody. Oh my gosh. This is so much fun. Welcome to Travel Talk Tuesdays. My name is Charlie Grace. My co-host down here is Rosie Bell Dog. She apparently has a quest for the day. We have something going on in the studio, apparently called a fly that she'll be trying to get one. Gotta love these things. Anyways, so first off, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Let me share this out real quick. If you have not been here before, we're going to be talking about all sorts of fun travel items. We have a special guest today, which is always fun. So do me a favor right now, if you can hit that like button and share this out to your family and friends. We got a lot of people on our interactive chat. We'll be asking some questions and talking to some really cool people. So let me see right now who we have in the chat, because I know everyone's coming in. Oh my gosh, we have our good friend, the Broken Nomad. Thank you so much for being here, as well as our awesome moderator of the night, Bree, TGIF. Thank you so much for being here. She is a fantastic waterfall person, if you haven't known that. And my good friend, Van Life with Gina. Hello, how are you? Thanks so much for being here as well. Aaron Jemison. Oh my gosh, been watching you guys. Hoping you're having a fantastic time out there in Iowa. Living out loud. All right, 1211. Love that very much. My girlfriend, Thrifty Angela. Hope you're having a good night as well. Just saying hi to some people real quick. Sun Resend Snapshot. Hey, how are you? Good to see you as well. Well, I don't want to belabor this at all. And we're definitely going to say some hellos as we go through our show. But I have some really special guests tonight. And guys, I met them. We'll talk about how I met them. We'll talk about all the fun stuff that's been going on. But I think it's time to bring up our special guest. Here we go. Hey guys,
hello.
How are you?
Hello there.
How are you? Hey. Oh my gosh. Okay. If you guys do not know this explosive couple, which I love to say, this is TNT RVing, otherwise known as Tony and Tina.
Yep.
I love this. I love how you explain how you came up with the idea for the name. I mean, I think it's sort of self-explanatory, but it's really cool.
Actually, go ahead.
Well, actually, Vic and Corinne from the Real Weekend Warriors are actually the ones who actually came up with their name, because they kept calling us TNT. And so we were like, when we decided to do the channel, we were like, what name? And it just naturally rolled off the tongue. So we're like, yep, that's what we have to go, TNT RVing. So
I love it. I love it. And it's just so much fun, because I've been having fun going, explosive. It's great.
Yeah.
These guys are a ball of fun. It's so much fun. We have had so much fun hanging out, doing things. And we've sort of met each other in different places. So I know people are going to ask, we might as well rip this Band-Aid off right now. How did we meet? Do you guys know? Do you guys remember?
Met at the Adventure Bandits Glamp Out, of course.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yep.
That's right. In Ohio, which was really cool. OH.
And really, it doesn't take two Ohioans to spell Ohio. We can do it. OHIO.
There you go. Gotta love that. I love that. No, but that was a fantastic meetup. And I always say meetups are a great way of meeting other people, other influencers, creators, things like that. And I got to meet a lot of really cool. I was quite shocked, honestly, when I went there, that there were that many influencers at the meetup as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was super cool. So I'm really glad. And then we met again in
Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Yes. Everywhere we
went.
There's Charlie. There you go. Where'd she go? It was fun. We had a good time. I was excited because, of course, the Hershey RV show was fun. And then also we were at the Hershey Chocolate World.
Yeah. That was funny.
Fantastic. If you guys aren't following these guys, let me just say right now, you got to, for lots of reasons, but they're really worth the subscription. I love this.
Well,
so
thank you.
Let's talk a little bit, because we're talking RVs, and I think the world knows now that you probably own one. What kind of RV do you have?
Well, we have a 21 Rockwood Mini Light.
Okay.
So it's a 2205S. So it's essentially a studio apartment. Has a queen bed. So 60 by 80 queen bed, open floor plan, 2 theater seats, fireplace, kitchen, everything, oven, and a nice shower. Yeah, so we have all the creature comforts here.
Yeah.
All the stuff. I mean, it's actually a really nice, I think it's a nice layout, and it's not too heavy, right? So what's the weight on it?
It's it depends. If Tina's loading for a long trip, we're in the mid 6,000 plus. But generally around 6,000 pounds or a little bit lower. So
nice, very nice. Okay, we've got some more friends showing up. Speaking of Ohio, we've got Camping with the Comforts here.
Yeah,
thanks for showing up. Thanks so much for being here. Yes. And of course, our Real Weekend Warriors. Hey, everybody!
About you?
Yep, they're the ones who helped us out
with the
name. So check them out as well. And that's a fun time.
Yeah, it's a great little rig. I got to tell you, I have never been a travel trailer owner. That doesn't mean I can't appreciate them. I just know I'm really bad at backing up. That's My father taught me when I was driving, don't put anything in reverse. And I'm like, okay, I'll stick with my mother. I'll just keep going straight. I'm really good straight. So now there's something special about your motorhome too, though. Aren't you guys ambassadors?
Oh, yes.
We are Rockwood ambassadors.
Yes.
So we've been working with them, and they're just outstanding people. They stand behind their product. And we're just blessed that they're able to, they saw us and they like us, and we're able to.
Yeah, so we've been working really closely with them for the past 3 months now, and
that's awesome. Congratulations, that's really good.
It's a great working relationship.
I love when you can see. I mean, I'm 2 years in van life, not 2 years in RV life, but 2 years in van life, and I literally was just shooting a video talking about things I've had done or things that have happened, or product development situations. So once you've been in it for a while, you sort of get a good feel, not just of yourself but also other people, and that's what I think is really, really interesting in what you guys are doing. So that's really cool. Yeah, I love that.
And we really did our research when we were deciding what RV to get, and we really did our research, and that's how we came to Rockwood.
Yeah, they really have the best quality build,
in our opinion.
Yeah, and that's great. That's what I'm saying. That's what you're looking for, right? I love these things. So what actually made you decide to start sort of doing RV life?
Well, we Tony has a really great hobby that he
I shoot sporting clays. So with shotgun, clay pigeons, and that involves traveling around.
So we talked about getting an RV to do that, but I was really not wanting to do that. And then we kind of talked about it, and it really, I was dragging my feet, and then COVID hit. And when COVID hit and travel was out of the picture, we just went full force right into it. I was like, yep, okay, let's do it.
But let me tell you, it took some convincing because we first found KYD, and we, of course, watched them.
A lot of YouTube
videos. And I'm like, Tina, we can do this. We can do this.
And I was like, nope.
And she's like, well, yeah, these people are having fun out west.
Yeah.
But what about here in Ohio?
Yeah. So what about Mid-America people? Yeah.
Right, exactly.
So, and that's when he turned on to the Adventure Bandits, because they were doing all these local places we know. And I'm like, okay, I can do that. So that's how that all started. So.
I think that's really big, because a lot of people get excited, and we do watch these YouTubes, and you're like, oh, it's in Arizona, or oh, it's where, and for those of us, I'm primarily in the Southeast. I'm like Alabama, Tennessee, beautiful Smoky Mountains, love those things.
Beautiful.
But I do go up north. It's been known I've crossed that Mason-Dixon line a few times. But it's nice to see people in your own area.
Right.
It makes a difference. It makes a huge difference. So that's really cool. We got a few more people that have just jumped in here. Savannah's here. Hey, Savannah, thanks for being here. Oh my gosh. And Ron Darrell came as well. Nice to see you, Ron. So, so you really were, and I hate to say COVID inspired, but it was the impetus for your starting your.
I would say, but I've always wanted to do it.
He's always wanted to do it, and we did get in right before the boom. So,
it was September of, well, actually July of 20 is when we ordered.
Okay.
So it was still sort of ramping up.
Oh yeah.
And then we took delivery in September.
Oh wow! So you you didn't go in and just pick something off the lot. You really, like you said,
we ordered
it.
I knew
we needed to make sure we had all the different bells and whistles.
I love this. I love. For those of you who can't see, but I'm just saying, Tina, your hair looks fantastic according to this.
Oh, lovely.
There you go. This is all the more reason to watch the live stream and not just get the audio. I'm telling you, because you want to be in the interactive chat. Our buddy John Chalker is here. Thanks so much. And Amanda is here saying hi, TNT. Hello, Amanda. Thanks for being here. Always fun. Well, all right. So we ordered our RV. We got it in September. Like you said, you hit it right when things were hitting off, which is great. You got it just in time. Yep. But this is my good question. If you could change one thing about your RV, now you've had it for a while. Ooh, what might it be?
All right. I know what Tina's answer is, and I'll let her answer it. Remember, we have a studio apartment essentially.
Yeah. Right. I would like separation of space. I would like a wall or something separating the bedroom from the living room, because this one gets up at 4 a.m. just on a whim.
Yeah.
So not always,
but I like to get up, and then maybe I'll work on a video or do something. Right. And we, have these wonderful curtains that you can close, and they do block off the light. Yeah. But it would be it's not exactly the same.
And
but
I wouldn't mind an outdoor kitchen too. We don't have that. So
I don't really care for the outdoor kitchens. So, and like, with RVs, there's going to be give and take, so you have to be flexible and say.
This is a good comment. Like, this is interesting because I've heard this a lot about, one person gets up early in the morning, and they feel like they got to go outside. If you have an outdoor living space, maybe like a clam would be a fantastic idea.
Right.
Yes.
Something like that. That could be an idea of like, we're trying to make things work out. Or, and I do have friends who have like, I call it the studio apartment. It's all open, which is great. But then you're like, it's all open.
Right.
And there's no privacy.
And that's the other thing. If you want to have guests over, it's like, here you are. Here's my living room and my bedroom. So,
well, okay, Tina, I have to tell you this. Your camper is your privacy thing.
Yeah,
no one has to go outside.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. You're really close friends with someone when you let them in your camper.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Unless you are cocktails with the Colemans or camping with the Colemans who put people in their rig to have cocktails. Sure. That's a whole nother level of bless their hearts.
Yeah. Well, we do like to play cards, and we do like to play cards with the Floros, Dwayne and Dina, and but their rig is big enough. So if it's raining.
Yeah.
They have a dinette,
which
we do not have a
dinette.
You start thinking about those things when it's like, okay, man. Now remember, you're in a studio, but I'm in a van. No matter how small you might think you are, I might be able to beat you a little bit.
Right, a little bit, exactly.
Right. Yep.
A little different, but it's also a different way to travel. We'll talk about that in just a second here. So let's talk about campgrounds though, because I do a lot of boondocking. I know you've done some boondocking, but I'm curious. What are some good campgrounds you guys have stayed at the past few years? What are things that you like?
Well, our favorite campground as far as location goes, we would think, and this was prior to our channel, we actually went to Maine and stayed at Sandy Pines.
Beautiful.
The campground itself is a little tight. We like one site in particular by the location of it, because it backed up to the bathhouse, and not because we used the bathhouse, but they had these giant sinks on the outside, and we cooked our own lobster in these giant lobster pots, and we were able to wash the
pots and pans and everything, all our tools.
And we were right by the beach. It was right in Goose Rocks Beach.
You could ride your bike to the beach. You could ride and go pick up lobsters.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful,
so
wonderful.
As far as location goes, Sandy Pines in Maine.
That was probably our number one for sure.
I'm going to Maine relatively soon, so that is on my bucket list of things
there you go.
to go to. So this is good for me to like have an idea of I love that. That's amazing. Okay, what else? Any other places?
Well, Ohio. If you're talking local Ohio, we are Atwood people. We love Atwood Lake, where the Glamp Out was, but that's our like go-to campground. We go there about 3 to 4 times a year.
West Virginia, we have another wonderful. I don't know if we want to share these though.
Yeah,
no, you do. You want to let people know. It's important. People want to know. Yeah,
Briar Point Campground it's in Roanoke, West Virginia. It's part of Stonewall Resort. So it's a tiny little campground with a humongous resort attached to it. So it's got a marina. It has a golf course. It has tennis courts.
Beautiful
it has a
beach.
Spa. We love it.
And the nice thing, she says, little tiny campground, but the spaces, they're so spaced out. You do not have the ability to pick your own site. What they do is they will just assign you a site, but 80%, 90% of them are waterfront sites.
Oh,
so nobody's going to get disappointed when they go there.
Yes. And there's only 40 sites. So they book a year in advance. You better, if you want to go in
now she tells me.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Now she tells me. I'm like, okay, all right.
Beginning of the month. So if you wanted to book for November of next year, November 1st, you have to be on that phone at 8 a.m.
It's sort of like Baha'i Key or Baha'i Hyundai in Key West. Keys down there. It's the same kind of thing. Like it's just this constant. Every day I try to get every day for fun. I'm like, I'll get there if I ever get there, whatever. But I've never been able to get a reservation. So it is what it is. But you know what? It's worth it when you get it. And you really get to go check it out, which is cool. So Maine is good. And I think Love 7 said we agree the coast of Maine is our number one camping.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to get there August next year. We'll see, August or September.
Yes.
Let's do it. Road trip.
Yeah.
Road trip.
But also Ohio has some great state parks as well. We are very fortunate with that. We have
West Branch,
Alum Creek. I mean, they're Hocking Hills. there's bunches of them.
Some gorgeous. Yeah,
Beautiful.
I'm just stuck with like Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg and
right. Well, we want to
mountains
that way.
Yeah,
things like that. And actually Alabama has some amazing ones. Lake Guntersville State Park is probably one of my favorites in Alabama, and it's a gorgeous lake, fantastic. I used to go there for the RVE summit every year in March, just in time for tornado season. Don't pay much, just insane.
Yeah.
Always a good time. Well, cool. Okay. So anything else? So Ohio, Maine, I think we're good. Is there anything that you look for that makes you think this is an amazing campground? So like, I'm all about campground bathrooms and showers that are clean.
Sure.
Yes.
That's a happy spot for me.
Yeah. All of them that we mentioned. Yes. They're all spotless.
Nice.
So, one of my very favorite campgrounds, one of the things that a lot of people may or may not know, is I play poker. And so one of my very favorite campgrounds is Turning Stone Casino in Verona, New York, which is right off the highway. So if you're if you're going from Ohio to Maine, it's the exact halfway point.
Okay.
And it is a campground that's owned by the casino. So it's spotless. It's not very expensive. And the casino itself has, I think, 5 hotels. So the place is massive.
Oh, wow.
But the campground is beautiful. It is spotless. And they literally have a van that comes to your campsite to pick you up and take you over to the casino.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
So, 5-star Uber driver. Yeah.
Right. And they have 2 world-renowned spas there as well.
So that's my favorite part.
I think, I don't know how many, like 17 restaurants. I mean, the place is amazing.
Okay. It's putting, what's the one Disney already talks about going to Frontierland, or what's it called?
Right.
Oh yeah.
Fort Wilderness.
Yeah.
I'm liking yours better.
Yeah.
I think yours sounds better. This sounds really good. I love this. Oh my gosh. Hey, listen, Bobby and Leslie came in. Hey guys, thanks for being here so much. You're never late for a show. It's always on time.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, these are good. These are some good tips. I really like this. So we're learning about some stuff, and yeah, that picking you up at your campground. Yeah. Okay. Now I've got a wild card for you. We're talking about campgrounds because I like to boondock too, because I travel differently than a lot of people. Let's talk potatoes.
Oh.
What can you tell me about potatoes, Tony? I learned a lot about.
I love potatoes. Don't you?
Yeah, that was
so
fun.
that was a
fun
Harvest Host stop that we stopped off at. And they had water and electric.
Yeah, it really was a boondocking.
Randy, he was such a nice guy. And I figured, you know what, let's give him a hand. So we had to pick 2 rows of potatoes. And we used a 1930 International potato digger.
Yeah.
And with this old John Deere tractor. And I learned how to harvest potatoes kind of old school.
You know what we didn't put on the video, and I don't know why, but there were 2 other RVs, and they were vans that were there, so they could hold 3 RVs for the at that
okay. And for those people who don't know, I'm picking up because this was one of his latest videos. They did a great job on this. They stayed at Harvest Host, and as you said, you helped them out. But where was it located again?
It was in Irwin, Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
So, and that was coming back from the Hershey show because. Yeah. We
took our time.
We took our time.
After going through those tunnels in Pennsylvania, I needed to kind of just relax a little bit.
Yeah. I was I hate to say it, I wasn't ready. I was coming from the south. Everything was fine. I had no idea the tunnels I was going to go going west.
From
there, because you guys went through it. I didn't go through it yet. And I was coming on the way to Ohio. I was going to Michigan after the Hershey show. Oh, okay. So I had to go through all of this fun stuff. I'm like, but I'm not too worried. I got a van.
Yeah. Well, ours, they had closed the other side tunnel, and they redirected traffic in our tunnel, so it was head on.
That was when we went to New Jersey. When we headed to New Jersey the first time this summer. Ooh. They had closed one of the sides of the tunnel because it was starting to collapse.
Right, or no, who knows? They do regular maintenance. We can't say that.
Fantastic. We're happy they're working on it. Yeah, we're happy they're working on it. Okay. All right. So we know when you travel as a couple, things happen, right? I mean, you have moments, we always talk about, you fall in love with someone when you're backing into a spot. But really, the real question of the day is, who levels the travel trailer better?
Oh.
Ooh.
Well, Tina's in charge
of all of the things.
Right.
And he just sits there with an app.
Yeah. The Level Mate Pro Plus. So it's a combined effort.
It is a combined
TNT is all about
being combined.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely.
I love it. Well, this is a thing. So people were talking about this because some people are very specific. They want it 100% level. you know, depending on what's going on, whatever. Now, what kind of things do you use to level your travel trailer with? Because people use everything.
Yeah. Well, before I am one of those people, I have to have it perfectly level because I have equilibrium issues.
Okay.
So if it's not perfectly level, I'll be able to tell.
She's more accurate than a bubble level.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But so we do use the beach lane levelers, the little ramps.
Yes.
And
then of course we use cross chalks. And then of course the LevelMate Pro Plus is really kind of handy. So we can really make sure that's all settled. And if we're in a place for some time and we really want to feel like we need to be stable, I have aluminum jacks that I could put on the frame to help keep it nice and stable.
And he does. Sometimes we have more than the average person.
That's okay. I'm learning too, because I actually just saw it looked like little tires. They're actually inflatable levelers where you roll it on and you inflate it to whatever you might need, which is actually a pretty cool idea. I saw these at the Adventure Van Expo. I thought, like most people don't need 4, you know, it's normally like an area or, you know, something you're specific to. So, but I'm thinking about getting them because they're inflatable. So they're flat. So for people like me who have very little storage space, it's a pretty cool idea.
Yeah.
I love these things.
I like that idea.
Okay. I want to talk about, oh gosh, I got all these questions. I'm sorry. I am always thrilled when I can find amazing friends who've had great videos that go what I call, you know, a little viral and go out there and give you guys a good little push. But some of your videos that really jumped have been talking about your electric bikes. So let's talk about this for a second. Did you get electric bikes and the travel trailer, or at the same time?
It was after the fact. We had I think a season or so with our regular bikes. And then of course the electric brand bike was out there and we saw those. Actually the Adventure Bandits let me ride their bike around. I'm like, you know what? It was really, I think, fit our needs. And we decided to just get a couple of them.
And they've been a game changer.
Yeah,
we're not in the greatest shape.
No, but it's nice to be able to. We were fine with riding our regular bikes, but it's nice to go a little further and explore towns and do all that. Now we have that ability. So
right. That's people ask me about. That's the whole thing. Like they say, "Oh, I'm getting an electric bike." I'm like, "Well, how are you going to use it?" Like they haven't thought. You know, if it's just for the campground, that's one thing. But are you going other places? Are you taking them places? Are you able to put them? Like I don't know, how do you store and bring or tow your electric bikes when you're on the road?
Well, we've had some changes on the way we used to do that.
We used to put them in totes and put them inside the RV, but now Tony has mastered strapping them down on the back of the RV.
So we have a hitch that I slightly modified, a bike rack that goes in there, and slightly just beefed it up a little bit. And they've been great, knock on wood. Riding on the back. So it's just a little more convenient. The bins worked when they were brand new and we really cared about them. But, you know, after that next season, we were like, you know, these are kind of in the way.
And we do not put a cover over them when we're traveling. When we get to wherever we're going to be, then we do put a cover over them in case it rains or something.
Right.
And if we do take the seats off as well as put something over the screen.
Little bags over the screen to help just with water and that sort of thing. And they're actually doing really well. There's like no real buildup of road grime and that sort of thing. They're fine. So, but it's nice because when we're leaving a campground, I can simply take the bikes, put them on the back rack there the evening before, and I don't have to wait till the interior is ready to then haul them in, and it's just a lot easier. So
it's I mean they're heavy. Let's start with this. They're not. I mean they're not like a really light.
65 pounds, I believe.
And we do take the batteries out too before we put them on the back.
Yeah, that makes a difference. I have a regular bike, and for all those people who are like, I want a Huffy, let's talk about this. I got a regular good old-fashioned bike for the first time in 25 years. 25 years, at least. I haven't been on a bike, okay? Like you guys, I'm not exactly the most athletic person you've met. I'm the funny lady, not athletic. A little different here. So I got one, and I got a switch kit. You know, they talk about those front wheels. And I tried this thing out, and actually for me, it worked out great because I was unable to lift that electric bike. I couldn't figure out how I was going to tow it with what I had. So at least I could tow a regular bike, and it still was a bit of a struggle. These things are still heavy, or the holder's really high up there. So I'm going to have to modify that this year. But I think these electric bikes are fantastic. And I like the fact that you said it gives you the opportunity to explore, and go other places. I think that's, and you're right, when we were at the Glamp Out, I mean, it was like a crew. It was like a electric bike. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious.
That was kind of funny. Almost we could have opened up a store.
Right.
How do you know yours from someone else's? Like, please, someone have a sticker on them. That's
we do have stickers on ours.
Oh my gosh. Well, we are going to try something really new tonight. We've got one thing to talk about before you guys go. I can't believe this. It goes so fast.
I
know. We're going to end the show though. We're going to talk about this. And guys, everyone watching at home, everyone online, we do a behind the scenes after the show. So this is fun. We'll do the fancy show with the fancy questions. A lot of fun again on behind the scenes. So do me a favor, after we're done with here, come back to my channel. It should direct you to the new show behind the scenes. I don't know. It's the first time we've tried it this way. If it doesn't, you'll know what we got to do, and we'll just do it that way. And Bree, I know you are actually my moderator tonight. If you can find the link to the behind the scenes, it's on the front page of my channel, and put a link in there. That'd be great, just in case. I don't know. We'll see how this works. It's a first time. It's my first pancake.
There you go.
Okay, but here's the big question. We need to know, what are some items that you could not live without as you travel?
Ooh, I'm going to say for me,
no, for both of us,
actually both of us for sure,
it's the Hensley hitch.
Our Hensley hitch. And our travel trailer, like I said, is just say 6,000 pounds or so. They are really, it's a half-ton towable travel trailer. We actually have a 3/4 ton truck that we pull it with because we like to haul a bunch of little goodies.
Yeah, we're overkill. Complete overkill.
Yeah, exactly.
But what's nice about the Hensley is, again, that whole equilibrium thing. You don't even feel you're pulling anything. I can drive it. I have driven it in construction and
high winds. It doesn't affect the trailer at all.
You don't feel any
trucks
sway.
Passing. It's really good.
So
and the other thing is the adjustability of it. So if our load is a little different and we get a little bouncy with the travel trailer, you could actually just pull over quick, and I could adjust the bars to smooth out the ride. So it's really cool. Nice. So Tina's happy. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Now wait, do you both drive?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, because that's important.
I don't drive that much, but if it's like a straightaway, like on the Turnpike, the Ohio Turnpike, the New York Turnpike,
right?
Because you can go rest stop to rest stop.
I love that.
But she can.
But I did.
Fine.
I have driven.
I could actually rest.
Yeah. He takes a nap when I.
Well, hey, that's how it works. Okay, so here's the question: what's coming up next on the channel? Anything we should be looking forward to? Because we want to, hey.
Well, as you know, we're brand ambassadors for Rockwood, and we are going to be doing a lot of travel trailer walkthroughs.
Not necessarily even travel trailers, maybe some
fifth wheels.
But that's usually our winter content, because actually the RV season is winding down for us, unfortunately. Very sad. But so we partner with our local RV dealership, Avalon, and we do a lot of walkthroughs of RVs. So that'll be coming up this winter.
We'll be attending the Cleveland RV show, Tampa RV show. We're
tentative about that. We're hoping to make it. We're not quite sure on that one yet.
Not 100%.
Yeah.
80%.
We'll save you a space. I promise.
Okay.
I know what that's like. Well, guys, this is always a blast. I'm so excited about having you guys up.
Well,
like I said,
appreciate it.
We're going to wrap up the show and go behind the scenes. So do me a favor.
Sure.
Follow these guys. Have some fun. Watch a video, make a comment, have some fun. Talk to them about potatoes.
Yes.
We had a lot of fun with
potatoes.
And our theme song.
Our theme song. Oh, yeah.
And it's that like whisper thing. It kills me. I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna put you in the basement, and then we're gonna come back up in a few minutes, and we will see you guys later. Thanks.
Okay, bye everybody. Thank
you. Okay, let's go over to the other show. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Here we go.